All right, so we're here with, what's your name?
Mercy.
Mercy, and your name?
Slum.
Slum?
Sabas. Sebastian and Laura.
Sebastian. And are you guys homeless right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit about how that happened?
Well, I mean, we both come from basically broken homes, I guess you can
My
say.
dad beat me my whole life. And then he got me molested by his friends. He sold me for something he owed. And I got homeless at 12 years old. After that, I've been homeless by myself ever since. I was gonna kill myself when I turned, 17? And then I met her.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm 19 years old now, so.
You met her when you were 17? How old are you right now?
19.
18?
19. I just
19.
turned this. I've been homeless for 6 years. Yeah.
So you guys been together 2 years?
Yeah.
That's good, man.
2 years, 5 months. And every day we wake up, we sleep, we shower, we eat, we do everything together. I mean, every day.
Hard out here in the streets?
Yeah. And sometimes it gets very tiring waking up, doing the same shit basically every
To
day.
be honest, she's been at the point that she slept up. I went to jail one time, and she fell asleep in a bus stop, woke up in a guy's car butt naked, almost got raped. I had a miscarriage because of that. Yeah, pretty much. Hard as fuck. I mean,
He's been to jail 4 times since I've been with him, and every time that he went to jail, I've been sitting here waiting for him to get out every time.
I mean, to be honest,
that's good, man.
It's really hard. We also a lot panhandle, but people don't really care. They just give you money to get the fuck out their face.
We detail cars, we basically do anything we can just to make it through the day, make sure we eat, make sure that we can support everything that we do.
It's hard though, to be honest.
A lot of people are rude sometimes.
Yeah, we go through a lot of shit, especially for a girl. It takes more from me.
Yeah, especially every time we try and ask, somebody for help, mostly men, ask for sex.
Yeah.
He's been stabbed twice.
Damn, bro.
That's stuff.
And that was out here in the streets?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that about? Was it a dispute over?
They tried to molest her.
Or they tried to get at your girl?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't good, so I wanted to go square up to the guy, and he's pulled a knife on me. I didn't even know I was stabbed until afterwards, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Most I can tell you is that it's hard as fuck. But it teaches you a lot, though. It makes you more humble than it breaks you,
Yeah.
What breaks you makes you.
Makes you a lot more strong-minded than, you would being indoors. Prepares you for a lot more stuff.
You go through a lot of shit. And when she's 21 and I'm 19, so to be young like that shit in the streets is a lot. Especially when nobody cares.
So how did you grow up? Did you grow up in was it what are those
well, my mom's
a home or?
Yeah, it was basically a broken home. My mom, she had my stepfather at the time staying with us, and he didn't want anything to do with me and my 2 older sisters. He only wanted his daughters, his biological daughters, my 2 youngest sisters, to be a part of, their family. So what happened to me and my 2 older sisters, we all got locked in our rooms, forgotten about. I was basically neglected by my mother, emotionally and physically. And mentally at the same time. It really fucks you up. My dad, my biological father, was out of my life the whole time. He was in prison mostly, but when he got out, he had a stack of letters like this from me, just writing him on a daily. And I've helped him pay his bail before. I was basically one of his only children that cared about him, and he has a lot, and I was the only one that he didn't care about.
And where's your dad now?
My dad, my stepfather, but I consider him my real father. He's my best friend. Him and my mom were together for 13 years, and out of the blue one night, he just left and didn't say anything.
Yeah.
And it fucked my mom up mentally. She's not the same person no more. Yeah. She can't even sit there and have a full conversation with you.
Well, what about your mom? Where is she at right now?
Right now, she's with my older sister, and my older sister, she's a really mean person. She treats my mom like shit.
Yeah.
like a dog, kind of, because my mom, ever since my dad left her, she's been using drugs, you know. So she never sleeps, you know. She's.
What kind of drugs is she using?
She uses meth, amphetamines, and she does blues.
Yeah.
And you know, most of the time she'll sit there like either, you know, tweaked out, you know, and like she just like fucks around with everything. Like she'll get into everything. Like if you were in a house with her and like you had your own drugs, you know, like and you left it sitting out, she'd take it and like, you know, like when you go to sleep, she'll dig around and try to find your like trays and shit like that. And it's fucked up because my mom never used to be like that.
Yeah. And that all started happening when your dad left, pretty much.
Well, it had started beginning a little bit before my dad had left. And that's the whole reason why he did. And my dad didn't want to live like that. My dad actually wanted to get a job. He wanted to do better. I actually seen my dad twice after my mom had left. He found me, and I couldn't stop crying.
That's sad, man. So what about drug use? Do you guys do any drugs?
We're slowly weaning ourselves off of blues because we're tired of having to wake up every morning and doing the same shit.
How does it feel like when you take the blues and like the next day? How does it feel like?
When you're without it, it feels like you're going through hell. Like you get sharp pains, you constantly throw up yellow stuff, and it tastes disgusting.
Especially for a woman, it's like when you're pregnant.
Yeah, when you're a woman, you don't have your period because, you know, the blues fuck with your cycle so much.
Yeah.
You know, like, and once you stop doing them, your whole body starts like morphing back to the way it used to be, and it hurts so bad.
A lot of people judge it. I don't know how it is. Like put yourself in my shoes. You know, people don't think about that. How it is on the inside. That's what she taught me. She's basically like my mom, but she's my fiance. She's my wife for me. I had no mom. She raises me. And she teaches me everything I know, to be honest. All I can tell you is that, bro, like, it goes at a point that you stare at a piece of foil and you cry because how much you should have.
You hate it.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
But it's like a sickness.
I wish people, to be honest, I wish I could go like tell kids before they turn homeless. Like you know what I'm talking about? Like let people know how it is before it happens. If I had a chance to do that, bro, like, oh my god, if I had a time machine, I would go back, like, for real, it's real shit.
Do you guys plan to get off of the pills? Like,
well, I
go
can
to
tell you, I can tell you, yeah, but I'm going to tell you what you want to hear, you feel me?
Yeah.
It's not as easy as just
it's not that easy, huh?
Yeah, you can't just say that you're gonna do it and like, you know, have it happen like that, you know. It's a lot harder.
What is it that you have to do? Like, do you have to mentally prepare yourself?
Yeah, you do. You really do.
Physically or
both.
Yeah.
Actually, because like, physically, you're gonna have to prepare your body for that whole throwing up, all the pain in your stomach, you know, and like mentally, you have to prepare yourself in a way because you want to hit it. You just want to hit so bad, and it's like your whole body will start like feeling like it's tightening. Like your legs will start kicking. You'll sweat. It sucks. It really does. And I've gotten clean before because I had a daughter. She's 5 years old now, and she's with my cousin because her and her girlfriend couldn't have kids, and that's what my daughter was for. You know, my daughter. She went and lived with. She's living with them now, and she's spoiled. She has a good life, and that's honestly what I would want her to have. I wouldn't want her to have the kind of life that I had. Yeah. I want her to have better. Like I got clean a whole year fighting for my daughter. I did PSI testing. I jumped through all the hoops that they wanted to, and the plan was family reunification. And because my mom and my boyfriend at the time were doing meth, it was labeled an unstable home environment, and without choice, I had nothing I could do. They took her at 3 weeks old.
At 3 weeks old.
I haven't seen my daughter since she was 2.
I have a daughter too.
That's really sad, man.
It took her. I have a daughter too. It took her away.
And it sucks because like carrying something for 9 months and just having it ripped from your arms, and you have no choice whether or not to stop it. It hurts. Like you feel it like right here, bro. Like in your throat, like the kind of shit that you can't even finish talking whenever you even think about it.
I don't recommend this shit for nobody, but nobody really listens.
Yeah, so like for youngsters out there that are gonna watch your videos and they're thinking about like the doing the drugs and experimenting and hanging out with the homies on the street.
Thinking it's cool.
Thinking it's
all that
cool.
shit.
What do you guys
I
have
know.
to say to people like that?
There ain't nothing cool about it,
I
bro.
know, homies, bro. Like, to be
Sitting in
honest,
alleys, smoking trays and shit, getting a chance of being caught up just for even doing it, it's just not cool,
To be
bro.
honest, bro, like you like, by the time you know it, fool, you're like a year past and you think it's yesterday.
And then
Yeah.
you just look at yourself and then you look at the way things used to be and you miss it so much and all you can think is, what the fuck happened? What did I do?
Life's too short, dog.
Life is short,
It's
man, and
fool,
it
like,
goes
in a-
by really
Yeah,
quick.
like in a blink of an eye, dog, you be at one point and then like a year later, you're like, damn, fool. Like if it was yesterday, that moment, you look like, when you get lost for a second, you're like, fuck, and then boom, like a year later, you're in a different picture, you understand? I recommend this shit for nobody. So like for all y'all niggas that doing that shit,
All right, for my last question, if you guys can change one thing in your life, what would it be?
Doing drugs.
Doing drugs?
yeah,
What about you?
doing drugs.
Same thing?
Yeah. You know,
Because it takes away everything,
Because of
bro.
drugs, dog, I didn't get to go to my best friend's funeral because of drugs. I could have talked to him for the last time, but I didn't. And I'd rather go hit a pill. And 6 hours later, my best friend was dead. So
Damn, bro.
I lost two of my best friends. One was shot 8 times. They pissed in his face. I could have talked to him, but I argued to him about drugs, so I didn't get no last words with him. The other one, it was the same shit 6 hours later. All I can tell you for is it's too much.
Was your homie on the pills too, or?
What is it, man? It's just that the pills, fuck. When I do no pills, I can say I had everything. But right now, I feel like I've everything with her. Even though I'm broke, I'm
Yeah.
rich. And then I started doing pills, I lost everything.
I lost my daughter. I lost my mom. I lost my dad, my home, my dog that I had since I was like this high, bro.
All I can tell you is that, like, y'all niggas. Hey, but yeah, I appreciate it though, dog. Just
Yeah, man. All right, man. Well, I appreciate the interview, man.
for the cash.
Thank you.
Honestly.